Everybody, it is John Brown, the Bandana Gamer, coming to you with the first video of 2020. I hope everyone had a great holiday season. I hope you are having a terrific new year as well. Over the break, I picked up way too many video games. There are a lot of factors in that. One, my birthday and Christmas fall in the same week, so I got some pretty cool presents. One I'll talk about specifically because my wife kind of knocked it out of the park. And also GameStop was doing a buy two get two pre-owned sale, so I kind of racked up some stuff there. So I'm going to start off with my Nintendo Switch pickups. Got a lot of Nintendo Switch RPGs to talk about. So first game I picked up was the Planescape Torment package from Skybound. I picked up the Baldur's Gate package a little while ago. This is supposed to be one of the greatest RPGs of all time. I have never played it. I don't know a lot about CRPGs. So the Switch is actually getting me into those slowly. So I look forward to checking this out, getting a little Dungeons and Dragons action from this game. Now, of course, since I picked that game up to complete the set of the Skybound RPGs that came out this year, I picked up Neverwinter Nights. My wife actually has played a lot of this, and I look forward to seeing her play it and kind of getting to know how to play this game. Once again, a very well-known and respected CRPG. Really glad it's on the Switch, and kudos to Skybound for bringing it out. And I picked up my new favorite Standard Edition Switch game, which is also an RPG, and that is The Witcher 3, the Complete Edition. This comes with a lot of great materials, maps, guides. Of course, everything, all the DLC from the game is on the single cartridge. This is the first US released 32 gigabyte game cartridge. So I'm just really excited to get to play this. I have it on Xbox, which is probably the better place to play it, but I really wanted to support a publisher and developer putting this scope of a game on the Nintendo Switch, as I love that system, and I'm glad to have a game like this on the go. And so that wraps it up for the Nintendo Switch pickups. I picked up a few things, two things actually, for the PlayStation 4. First one was just to go along with the buy two get two sale, and that's Assassin's Creed Syndicate. You'll notice that Assassin's Creed kind of pops up a lot in here. I really enjoy Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, the pirate game. That's one I've picked up multiple places, and you'll probably see in this video. But that made me want to pick up some of the others, especially as we moved into the buy two get two for free sale. So it was kind of like, if you're getting it for free or half price or however you want to look at it, it was a pretty good deal. Also, I picked up a PlayStation 4 game that I'd been on the fence about. I decided I wasn't going to get it day one, and I was going to wait for it to drop in price. And lo and behold, Redbox has decided they will no longer stock video games. They just aren't making enough, I guess. And so they decided to clearance all their games out of their system. And the game that I really wanted that they marked down to $25, Death Stranding, the Hideo Kojima game. The reviews had kind of made me really wary of it. It was kind of sounding like that might not be my style game. But for $25, and I can make a case for it, I was glad to pick that up and glad to have that in the collection now. So that was the PlayStation 4 pickups. We will look at Xbox One just so briefly. So I think this one I picked up, Amazon had it on sale right before the holidays for $15, and once again, it's an Assassin's Creed game. I picked up Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the one about ancient Greece. Haven't checked it out yet. Looking forward to it. I know this and Origins are kind of a different style, a little more RPG elements thrown in, but I'm really glad to get a chance to check this out. If you checked out my awesome collab video for Game of the Year, you will notice that this game made it onto the list because of Linda, aka the Gamer Girl. Life is Strange. I saw this in a store when I went to pick up a good buddy, because I have a tradition of picking up a good buddy who's a couple hours away for my birthday, so we can spend my birthday and Christmas Eve together. And I was on the fence about picking up Life is Strange at a store, and he went ahead and picked it up for me for my birthday. So this was an awesome birthday gift from a really, really good friend. So I'm glad to have it. Glad to have one of the games of the year in my collection. And finally, I picked this game up just because, once again, it was the buy two, get two. And I wanted to have this in the collection. It's Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I am a really weird Call of Duty player. I'm not sure if you could even call me that. But I really like the single-player campaigns in a lot of these games. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I was about to say Assassin's Creed. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is one of my favorite first-person shooter campaigns of all time, and I love the story. And so this was one I didn't have, and like I said, it was buy two, get two, so picked it up fairly cheap. Alright, so, well, let's get to the story of the awesome, awesome birthday present. A while back, I've also tweeted about this, so if you've been following me on Twitter, you might know about this already. A while back, I was at a thrift store, as I tend to do video game hunting. And I was really, really taken by my Goodwill has a tendency to bundle consoles they get. And they've been getting a lot of Xbox 360s and PlayStation 3s, like nobody's business. But they bundle them with games and any accessories they come with and sell bundle sets. And, I have an Xbox 360, but I was in there one day and they had a bundle for the Xbox 360 that was a Slim. And I never picked up a Slim. I have a fat original model with HDMI connection, and I put one of the Wi-Fi adapters on there, so it was kind of doing its thing. It had 20 gig hard drive, but I was really, really taken with how good a deal this was. This thing had like 2 controllers, the Kinect, and I think like 7 games came with it. And I was just like, but I couldn't justify getting it. It just seemed like it was be redundant. But I went home and I talked to my wife about it, and I was just like, that's a really good setup. And I went back and still had it one more time, and I left again. And I was just like, I need to get that. But it just doesn't make sense. I went back another time and it was gone, and I kind of just let it go. Come to my birthday. There are 2 presents for my wife wrapped up, and I opened the smallest one, and it is some of the games that were bundled with that Xbox. I opened it up, and she had gone, and she was the one that got that Xbox 360 Slim for me, and I'm really excited because that's something I'm going to add to the streaming setup. But it was just kind of a really cool, sweet thought, like her listening and her making the effort to sneak out. She snuck out before roller derby practice and went and got it for me. But these are the games that came with that awesome setup. So, first off is FIFA 16. Great later FIFA game. NBA 2K12 with Michael Jordan on the cover. Just Dance 4. Like I said, it did come with the Kinect and 2 controllers. And now these are the games I was really excited about. Skyrim. Really excited to have another copy of Skyrim in the collection. I have it for Switch, but this is an edition I'm really excited about. Street Fighter 4. I love pretty much anything that you put Street Fighter on, and Street Fighter 4 is a really good game that I've gotten a lot of hours to on my computer, so I'm really glad to have a console version. Fallout New Vegas. I am thinking about this is going to be my game to stream on a regular basis. I love Obsidian and all the RPGs they put out, and I'm really excited to see what they did with Fallout New Vegas, because I always hear like this is the best Fallout of the modern era. Star Wars, The Force Awakens 2. Don't know a lot about this one, but looks awesome. And I'm a pretty big Star Wars dork. Side note, me and my wife got married on Star Wars Day, May 4th, intentionally. And the final one was Batman Arkham Asylum Game of the Year edition. So those were just, I thought, like I said, that was a really cool bundle. And I really love that my wife is so sweet and so awesome that she snuck out and got that for me for my birthday. And like I said, so with it being buy two, get two time at GameStop, I went and kind of tried to add to my 360 collection. Picked up Assassin's Creed Rogue. Actually picked that one up at a used bookstore. I wanted a football game, so I picked up NCAA Football 11. picked up Crysis 3. There you go. For the Xbox 360. Played a little bit of it. Not super impressed. It seems like the Xbox 360 was not the best thing to put Crysis on. Did pick up Far Cry 3. Batman Arkham Origins, the prequel game, done by WB Studios Montreal, I believe, with Rocksteady supporting and kind of sending them assets. I'm really excited to play this, mainly because there are hints and rumors, and WB Montreal Studios has even kind of teased themselves that they are putting a Batman Arkham style Court of Owls game, which Court of Owls is a really good storyline in the Batman comics by Scott Snyder, and I love that run. So a Court of Owls video game would be awesome. Picked up Crackdown 1, the best Crackdown games we can finally confirm now that Crackdown 3 is out. Crackdown 1. Picked up this guy for pretty cheap, Battlefield 4 on the Xbox 360. Did go to a couple thrift stores while I was down there and found this rental copy of Phantasy Star Universe. Love the Phantasy Star role-playing games on Genesis. Never really touched Phantasy Star Online. Hope to remedy that soon. I think 2020 is going to be my year of the RPG. But saw this, decided to pick it up since it was fairly cheap at a thrift store. As I went to a couple thrift stores, there was one game that just was at every thrift store I went to, and I had never really seen it in that much quantity, but I know it's not a great game, but I went ahead and picked it up, and that was Resident Evil 5. And I have Resident Evil 0 through 4 on the GameCube, so this is a good way to kind of keep collecting that series. I have 2 Remake and 7 on PlayStation 4. Now, we went down to Atlanta, which is where we hail from, for the holidays, and we were coming back. We drove back because we drove, since we had our dogs with us, and dogs flying just makes it overly complicated. But one thing I wanted to do on our way back was stop at a really cool store called The Grid. The Grid is a fancy Goodwill store. It's owned and operated by Goodwill, but it's an electronics store. They have some video game trade-in policy. So I picked up some more games for the 360 when we made that stop at the Grid. We were there like at 8:30 at night, right as they were closing. It was kind of about when we were going to stop for the night. But I was able to pick up Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 at a really good price. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 at a fairly good price. And Elder Scrolls Oblivion for a really good price. If you get a chance and you're in Charlotte, North Carolina, go check out The Grid. It is a really, really cool, like I said, Goodwill owned and operated video game, electronics, computer store. I love it, and any chance I get to stop there, I do. Now, I have one more stack to get through with the buy two, get two. I decided to really work on my Wii U collection. I think I'm going to try to strengthen that up in the year 2020, and so I made a good start with this. So, picked up a bunch of Wii U games with the buy two, get two. First up, Assassin's Creed 3 for the Wii U. I know that's kind of one of the weaker ones, but hey, it's cool to have it on the Wii U. Glad to continue to complete the set. Also picked up Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, one of my favorite games of all time. Picked up Zombie U for the Wii U, the first-person shooter that actually uses the pad for a lot of the mechanics, because I believe it was right. It was, if it wasn't a launch game, it was a launch window game. So that's a pretty cool game by Ubisoft. They've later put it out in other places. Once again, it was buy two, get two, so sometimes there were things I couldn't figure out, but I picked up Planes, which looks like a fun aerial flight game. Of course, it's based off the Disney spinoff of Cars, Planes. Let's see, as you've seen, I did a video on Team Sonic Racing a little while back, and I've heard nothing but great things about Sonic All-Star Racing Transform, that it might be the actual better game. So I wanted to go ahead and pick that up because I have loved Sonic Team Racing. I've loved how it feels and the mechanics. So I look forward to checking this out. I'm going to have to get a case for this one because they only had the GameStop cases, and I think for my Wii U stuff I really want to have the cases, but Lego Marvel's Avengers for the Wii U, based off the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I kind of love the Lego games. Picked up Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. This has elements from my favorite story, Blackest Night, the Green Lantern story. You've got the emotional spectrum lanterns, and so it's really cool to see that stuff translated into the Lego storylines. And I picked up Batman Arkham City Armored Edition for the Wii U. And, of course, I also picked up another copy for the Batman Arkham Origins, this time for the Wii U. And so that does it for my Christmas and holiday picks and pickups. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if you picked up anything really cool this Christmas and this holiday season. And if you like what you saw, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give me a like. And I will catch you all in the next one, my friends. Peace.